And that is why this is the part and parcel of our syllabus. Okay. So in spite of time, I'm teaching you place of supply first, then we will go for time, value of supply, because that is the part and parcel of our CGST Act. Okay. So place of supply is very important of our syllabus. And for that, we need to learn IGST Act, because CGST Act is failing to answer these queries. Just now I have asked, none of you are in a position to get me the answer. I've asked very simple question. You have boarded in flight. You have placed an order, right? When you are placing an order, it was Gujarat. When they have executed that order, we have reached to MP. When we have had our things completed, we have almost crossed UP. When we have made the payment, it was Orissa. And finally, we have landed to Kolkata, which is in West Bengal. So which particular government is going to get, if it is a destination based tax, whether it will be considered as intra, inter, etc. So to get these answers, we need to learn place of supply. And place of supply is explained not in CGST Act, but in IGST Act. So इसलिए 11 के बाद वापस I am taking to you all in section 10. But section 10 of what? Section 10 of IGST Act. This is all we are learning in, this all learnings are there in IGST Act. Okay. So IGST Act is not only section 10, section 10, section 11, section 12, and section 13. So these four subsections are assisting us to learn how to decide, what to decide, where to decide regarding place of supply. Regarding place of supply. So let us go one by one. Section 10, subsection 1 talks about place of supply of goods. Okay. Other than imported or exported. Just now you have seen imported and exported are explained under section 11 of IGST Act. Okay. Section 11 is for import and export. So other than import and export, all are there in section 10. 1. Which are those? Where the supplies involve movement of goods, where the goods are delivered by the supplier to a recipient, any other person on the direction of third person, where the supply does not involve movement of goods at a time of delivery, where the goods are assembled or installed at site, where the goods are supplied or bought as convenience. So these all we will be learning. Section 10 subsection 1 clause A, section 10 subsection 1 clause B. Just now what I am talking about, these are clauses. Okay. Section 10 subsection 2 talks about where the place of supply of goods cannot be determined. That is explained under section 10 subsection 2 of IGST Act. Okay. Section 10 subsection 11, as I have rightly stated, is talking about import and export. I'll explain how to go about it. Section 12 is talking about supply of services in India, and section 13 is talking about services outside India, supply of services outside India. So 12 and 13 is 100% related to services, not goods. I hope things are clear and you must have written. Have you taken down all these things? These are very important because these kind of objective questions might be the part and parcel of your exam questions if it is MCQ. Have you completed all section 10 to 13? Then we'll proceed next. Just let me know. Yeah, take down fast. Thank you, Kajal, for the update. काजल और एक दो बच्चों का देखो. Let them give me answer because these subsections are very important. What about Santosh and others? Only 3 students has completed and updated. What about you all? Thank you everyone. The next part, now let us understand section 10 subsection 1, all the subclause one by one, okay, other than the import and export. So supply involves movement of goods under section 10 subsection 1 clause A, and what will be considered as place of supply? Place where the movement terminates for delivery of the to the recipient. So this is section, and this is their explanation. Section, explanation, section, subsection, clause, explanation. First you take down, then I'll explain one by one. Kindly take down, kindly take down all section 10. everyone. So it shows if the supply involve movement of goods, whether by supplier or the recipient or by any other person. So if the supply is there and there is movement of goods, which is explained under section 10, subsection 1, clause A of IGST Act. I told you very clearly. For place of supply, we cannot refer CGST Act. We have to depend on IGST Act. So for this entire place of supply, we'll be referring IGST Act again and again, and that is why when we have completed till section 11 of CGST Act, immediately I have started teaching you 10 to 13 of section 10 to 13 of IGST Act, which is very important and vital. So in such cases, your place of supply will be place where the movement terminated, where actual delivery has been done, will be considered as place of supply, will be considered as place of supply. Say for example, supplier is from Mumbai, recipient is also in Mumbai, but place of delivery is Surat. Place of delivery is Surat. Then in that case, place of supply will be Surat. And what kind of taxation will be applicable? IGST Act, IGST taxation will be applicable. I hope things are clear. You want to take down this as an example for section 10, subsection 1, clause A. Then I'll wait for a few minutes, then we will proceed for next. You wanted this example for your reference. Okay, take down. Thank you, Gopika and others. Okay, thank you for the update. Next is section 10 subsection 1 clause B, whereby goods delivered on the direction of third person. So the third person is giving the direction, what will be considered as place of supply? In such cases, principal place of business of third person will be considered as place of supply. Say for example, this is an illustration. X is from Bhopal, Y is also from Bhopal, recipient is in Mumbai, delivery has been done at Mumbai, but the place of supply will be considered as Bhopal because as the direction of, third person you have delivered the goods. So again, I believe you take this as an example which will support section 10 subsection 1 clause B. The principal place of business of third person will be considered as principal place of the business of third person will be considered as place of supply. So even you must have seen that here the delivery place is different, which we have seen in the earlier question, earlier example, where the place of delivery was considered as place of supply. Here the place of delivery is not considered as place of supply. Here the order of the third person, okay, is considered as place of supply on the direction of third person where it has been delivered. where the buyers are there will be considered as place of supply. So kindly finish this, then we will take remaining subsections, sub clause in our next lecture.